Hello, this is Sky with another message. So, we live in crazy times. And it looks like the world around us is collapsing. Everything is really crazy and things are getting faster and more intense by the day. Might appear quite frightening because it also may involve changes for our lives, meaning maybe change of jobs or loss of jobs or moving to another place or and such things. And I want to give a message of encouragement today. So I talked to my star people today, and they told me that we live in a world of oppositions. So there is always the dark and the light. And to the extreme that something is dark, it is also extreme in the other direction to the exact same extent. So that means that if we see a lot of darkness, the same amount of light is on the other side. And right now, these two poles are moving further and further away. So we are confronted with a choice. There is no way that we cannot make choices anymore right now. We cannot kind of smuggle ourselves through because things are getting very obvious, and that's also very good because a lot of the darkness comes to light now, or I should say the darkness comes to light now. And we are being pushed to find, to return to ourselves. Because that is the only way we can still go. So really that's where our power lies. It's within ourselves. And we have been taught that we are victims to the circumstances around us, while we're actually creators of the circumstances. On a soul level, we have agreed to everything that we experience. And by our thoughts and our emotions, we always create more reality for ourselves and also for others. And that is the knowledge that we are being led back to. And right now, with all this darkness that's apparently happening or is happening, we are also being activated as human beings with all our abilities and our strength, our true strength. So all the light that's coming on the planet now is activating our DNA, is activating us and who we truly are as children of the divine, if I may say so. And to find back to that, we really have to return to ourselves and really feel who we are. And on the way, there might be a lot of things that come up that are obstacles on the way, like clogged pipes, so to speak, clogged veins, in our energetic body. And so, because there's so much light coming in, it pushes through these clogs in order for us to become free again and who we truly are with all our abilities. And there are two opposite realities, so to speak, that are presenting themselves to us right now. And one is very, very dark, becoming darker, and the other is very, very light. And maybe most people are saying what is light in all of this. But my star people, how I call them, they gave me this beautiful image today. They said to me, they gave me this image of, so there is the rushing of cars on a highway, the sound, and there's the rushing of a forest stream. So the rushing of the cars on the highway makes a lot of noise. It's very obvious and it's ugly. The rushing of a forest stream is mild, tender, beautiful. And what we will hear with these two sounds is our attention will go to the rushing of the cars on the highway because it's loud and ugly. So what it needs now is to turn to the rushing of the river stream, which is silent, kind, beautiful, non-invasive. And that comes from within. So what's very helpful right now is intentions. Because really, truly, the power that we have in shaping this world comes from our intentions. And so many in the world right now are on auto control and they just swim along with the river. And oftentimes against their own hearts. So when we do something consciously, it has a lot of power. And the more consciously we do something, the more power it has. So it's very good to set intentions in the morning, for example, of how do I want my day to go? Or what kind of situation would I like to have in my life? And say that intention in the morning. And you always need to make sure that it's formulated in a positive way and not with I do not want to, etc. Always paint an image of this beautiful outcome that you envision. And you can do this even at work, when you are having a Zoom, and have the intention that I intend for this Zoom call for all of us to be encouraging, fruitful, productive, bringing us together as human beings, and leaves us happy. Oops, sorry, my email. So take time for yourself in these times, because we are in a very deep transformative phase right now, and it's um, rebooting the system, rebooting our own system within. And that means finding back to who we truly are. So, in order to go through this, it is very important to have some silence, to sit in meditation, to connect with yourself, with the divine, on a daily basis, to really feel what's there. And disconnect from all the narratives, because we live in a world of narratives. And we have come here onto this theater stage as human beings that are living a story with a storyline. And things that happen in the story help us cultivate particular feelings or deeds, or I would say virtues, if you choose that this is what you want to cultivate. Like patience, love, generosity, solidarity. And forgiveness. So it's very important to step out of the narratives and just observe, because there's a lot going on in the world that might completely shake us. So stand next to it, observe it from as much as you can from a neutral point of view. Because if you let yourself be dragged into these emotions of, oh my God, what's happening? Oh, that's so horrible, etc., that actually contributes to the situation that you don't want to see in the world, with the feelings that you have, the feelings of pain, of anger, of hate. So stand next to it and observe it. Breathe, observe, and let go of the narratives. And I'm saying that also to those, there's people right now who are just waking up to this fact that maybe the world isn't what they were taught it was. And there's a lot of other things that are behind the scenes that they haven't really seen before. Like, the corruption and the structures in the system that are very against life. And there's also, this is one storyline. And then there's also the narrative of those who already know or have woken up to the fact that our Earth has been in touch with a lot of other places in the universe, and so has humanity. And we have many influences from beings here that are not from the Earth. And that there's a battle going on that does not only involve people on Earth, but also others. So that is also a narrative. It's just a more extended one. And it's like a chess game. you make one move, the other makes another move. You make one move, the other makes another move. And I would encourage everybody to get off the chessboard, because the truth is in the stillness. And that's where bliss lies, in the absolute presence. And that is the shift in dimensions. And in this way, you can be in a situation that from the outside seems really horrible and still not be in it, even though you're in it physically, maybe. And this is the kind of transformation that we're going through right now, because eventually we are able to do things that we don't even dream of right now as human beings. So drop the narratives, go within, take your time, take care of your soul, spend time in nature, sit and meditate. And know that you're not alone. We have a lot of help from the other realms. And if the world seems really crazy and frightening right now, don't get into it too much. Step aside, observe, take your distance. That's the rushing of the cars of the highway. Turn to the rushing of the forest stream within. We're being awakened. That's it for today. Bye.